can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no way round the sound. Let's get loud and come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight. Let's get loud and come on, lose control. Ain't no limit what we go for. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little Let's hit the club, time to make a move, make a move. We got it late, ain't got nothing to prove, nothing to prove. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no way round the sound. Let's get loud and come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight. Let's get loud and come on, lose control. Ain't no limit what we go for. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little I left things unsaid, and you cannot forget how my mistakes haunt us, but do they really daunt us? Your tongue can be sharp, you've cut me close to the heart, but we can master the art. And the thing is that these scars are scary, but they are just some old scars. We should never be afraid of them. You and I know when we are too far apart, everything just falls apart. So I'll just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running around. Won't you come and lay down next to me? Close your eyes and we'll be free. I'll keep my head high while we're crossing the land. With all the minds we lay down, it's gonna take us some time, but I won't give up, though I know it's tough. We need to break our patterns. It's better now than after we have drifted off too far. Let's tear down these walls our destiny has called. We're walking down a path, and the wind will change at last, like a song about our past. So I'll just close my eyes.
Well, hey there, everybody. Oh, yes, Facebookers. I was going to say something about Instagrammers and it would have been a bad word and I can't say that. All right, my name's Kevin. Welcome to Sunday edition of Kicking It Back with Kevin. So I was trying to figure out, well, what am I going to talk about today? And usually it's a combination of what's coming up for me this week, what's been coming up for me, and oof, it's been a week. I don't know if you've had a bad week or it's not really a bad week. Hey there, Robin. Hey there, Michelle and Kim. Not a bad week, just a week full of stuff. And what I've discovered about myself is I like teaching, or is it sharing? I do like doing it. And I think that we all do it in some way, shape, or form at some point. We have the desire to impart the knowledge, impart what we know, and share it, and give somebody else this knowledge, especially if it's something that lights us up and makes us feel good. So I do my daily meditation here now at 5:30 every morning. It keeps me in the work of in the work of me, of myself, and that's something I've discovered, that the meditation, it is the place and of the space that I go to, that's just mine. Not that I don't want to share myself, but the work I do with hair and yoga and meditation and now in online, it's a service to people. But I now recognize I gotta pay attention to serving myself and having some me time. So when I'm full up on it all, uh, there's always an overflow to share with other people. So this week, or this past week, I um, sort of dribbled into the realm of updating some of this equipment to do these online things. And I found that the tech world is becoming a little bit like chocolate. I like to call it technical chocolate. You just can't have one piece. You got to keep doing more. And I'm sort of thinking, well, these online people selling stuff are there. I mean, I need to open up me an electronic shop or something, because woo, they must be raking it in. Anyway, I digress. So in my search, all these folks that have these little channels, and I'm one of them, make it look so easy. It's so simple. That's the whole point about teaching. For me, teaching and learning have got to be one. And I discovered this week that I'm not a very good student. I want to figure it out. I want to know the answer. I want to know how to do it. And I found myself, well, hello, we have ourselves a camera, right? They all recommended this camera. And I went online. I thought, well, I'm going to be a cheap word I can't say. And there was an open box deal, went and got that, that broke, that went back. Another one, open box deal, got that delivered, no, that went back. So I'm like, well, what is this teaching me? You don't need other people's broken problems. Oh, that was real and that was big. No, I don't need other people's broken problems. So, and not that I have problems myself, but I don't know that I want everybody else's stuff. So I got this. It was local. It was from a local dealer, which I loved, because I think, okay, we got to support the local people and the small business people, and we got to just bring it right back home to the neighborhood. And I was so pleased I got one. Well, I get it home on Friday, and I go about to try to hook it up, just like the YouTubers said to do. Yeah, no, it wasn't working. And then I ended up having to pick up something else, because this is a 4K thing and you need to go into this other thing to make it go to the computer. And I'm like, am I that dense and daft? I can't quite work this out. There's something not quite right. And in this frustration, I noticed, I was climbing the walls. Like, this is crazy. Saturday, yesterday, I'm like, I'm packing this thing up. I got I got a little, we call it shirty. Well, we say another word I won't repeat. And put it all in a box, and I'm going to trot off down to the camera store and take it back. And I did. What a lovely man in there. Some of these people was like, oh, hey, are you the person that taught yoga? Yes, I am. And so they recognized me, and I was happy for that. And he just said, all you have to do is put a little card in there, these little square cards like this. Oh, okay, that's all I got to do. I have no idea, right? This thing. So, all right, it went in. Oh, bingo, we got it going. Yep, try to hook it all up. More YouTubers, more this, more that. Yeah, no, still not working. So I'm like, I need another piece of equipment. Really? I mean, what am I going to do? So it's fine. It's good. But it did lead me to the subject of today is, do we really have to be a know-it-all? And it led me into the meditation this morning, which was to be trusting your intuition. So the intuition is very seldom wrong, very seldom wrong. And I think for me, it is hardwired, like hardwired. We come into this planet, we got parents that have their own intuition. And here's where it starts. Here's where this need to know starts. Get quiet. You have to shut off all of the noise of needing to know this, needing to know that, got to know this, got to know that. You just have to go inward, which is where meditation for me has been through this whole shut you down and close the curtains and tell you what to do and when to do it, has been my absolute savior. That and some good friends that have popped in, and we've shared stuff, we've shared our frustrations, and we've shared the stuff that's coming up. You have to get it out, otherwise it ends up somewhere, usually joints, muscles, tissues. You don't want those kind of issues. They become a physical issue. So trusting intuition and going inward. I had a quote once that I said, if you go in, you won't go without. And knowing that the answer is going to come, it just might not be right when you want it, right in front of you as you want to see it. And that brought me to another personal aha moment, that I can be a little impatient sometimes. I can want it now. Then it's a bit like this need to know. And I've kept seeing this ticker tape of the need to know. What is this thing about everyone's got to know the answers? Do we really have to know the answers? No. So about 30 minutes ago, was thinking, what's this subject going to be? What am I going to gabble about, talk about, and say? And one of the things I loved about teaching yoga was not so much the poses, that's the physical part of it, but the bigger piece of it is the inquiry piece. So the meditation's one, the inquiry bit, the asking the questions, but the bigger piece is live the questions that you want to ask, live them in a way that you can have a journey to the answer. It isn't about an instant fix. Show me how, show me now. The whole point of being creative is to find a new way to live in the questioning of it, to live in the journey of the question. It defies all of the other stuff, but when you are up in your head and get stuck in the step one, step two, or I've got to know the answer to this, or no, you should be doing that, and you live in right wrong land, that can lead to some of the issues that we see going on, some of the arguments that happen, some of the tension that gets riled up. Just be with what is, and give up the need. It's a need. It's an insatiable need to know all the answers all the time. Not everyone knows it. They're not going to know it. And it's okay not to know. So, any of you that want to have practices for an empowered life, I can give you a number of resources. This week, some of our local yoga teachers are embarking on Light Year Leadership, which is a legacy program. I'm joining it. I think it starts next week. If you want some information, send me a direct message and I will hook you up with the people that are doing it. These are friends of mine that are doing the training, and they are amazing, brilliant leaders who just decided, well, we want something else to do. Let's go do this. Again, it's an ongoing journey to what's next. Do we have to know what's next? Do we have to know what's around the corner? Or can we just enjoy this little bush here and this little stop off there? It can get people really riled up and twisted if you're if you're one that wants to just take a trip down that road and see what's down there, the curious ones. It can get quite twisted. So here's where I get a lot of some of the inspirations that I bring you and talk about, which is from here, and other books that Baron wrote. It's just simple. I don't know that it's new information. This one here is really just give up the need to know, and it lives in a chapter, practice number 3, being comfortable with not knowing. Have you noticed when you ask somebody a question and they just look at you and say, well, I don't know, and they smile? Now, for other people, it may infuriate them, and lots of people, they infuriate. What do you mean you don't know? I don't know. And it's okay not to know. What I do know, witness yourself when you go and you look at how you behave, like me with this camera silliness. It's okay. I don't know what I'm doing. But when I figure it out and I get it, it's a bit like a celebration. And how are we supposed to learn anything about life if we know the freaking answers? That's the bigger thing. If you've got the answer sheet, you're cheating. You're cheating yourself out of the ability to be creative. You're blocking your blessings. You're stopping and stunting any kind of personal development and growth you could possibly get your hands on. I've never gone into anything in the last 15 years knowing how it was going to end up. I didn't go to Bally's Total Fitness in 1998 deciding that I was going to be a group exercise instructor, and then that happened. I didn't go to my first one-on-one yoga practice in 2008, 10 years later, thinking I'm going to teach this for a living. No, that just became what it was. I have always excelled when I've not really known what in the world is going to happen. What I do know is that when I put a precursor in front of it and say, I don't know about that. Oh, hell no. Oh, you must be crazy if you think that's going to happen. That just stuck. Basically, you may as well put the prison bars up and lock the door. It stops and stunts absolutely everything. And really, there will always be somebody who's going to be a naysayer and somebody who's going to be like, now, if it's for your safety and they're being kind, I'm all for it. You know, really, you shouldn't be taking your clothes off and running down the street in the middle of a thunderstorm. You might get hurt. That's being kind. That's not trying to stop your blessings. It's just like you shouldn't be doing that. However, if it's somebody who just has an opinion and they trot it out in front of you, be kind, be respectful, say thank you. I appreciate the fact that you love me enough to tell me that I shouldn't do something that I'm desiring to do. And then I'm going to do it anyway. Move on. All right, people. I'm going to read from my favorite other book. And if you've got comments, leave your comments. But I'm going to read from this, Melody Beatty. I love this person book. One day I will get her next best-selling book that says The Language of Letting Go. You know, we all have to let it go. Let it go. That reminds me of that Ratchet Disney movie that song was just overplayed. Like the other one, Celine Dion, something about she did the Titanic song. People must have been playing that thing for a decade. Like, oh, yeah, does get old. It never gets old. Yeah, it does. Okay, so where's my... Oh, here. Here's my feather. Do you like I painted the wall blue and put some plants up there? Yeah. I think I said on Wednesday it was beginning to look like a crazy carnival ride with all the... I think I shared that my friend Felicity said it looked like I had Aunt Jemima's tablecloth stuck up on the wall and a bunch of fairy lights. No, not so much. All right, so let's just shove this in any old which way and open it up to see where we go. This is what's so weird about this. I think there's some kind of Harry Potter energy in this thing, because it always tracks what we're talking about, and I never do that ahead of time. Okay, well, here we go. June the 13th. If it's your birthday, happy belated. What's it say? There, that one there. Trust the process of growth. Well, hello. Here we go. I told you there's people listening that we don't know about. And it's not called Siri or Alexa or the Googler person. All right. Be patient with yourself. It takes time to work out issues, to work through things. It takes time to learn lessons. The more important the lesson, the longer the cycle to work it out and work it through. We may live in a technical age, but our souls aren't technical. They're still connected to nature. We grow and change as nature does, learn her ways, study her seasons and cycles, and know those same seasons and cycles are in each of us. The process of change is like planting a seed and watching it grow and bloom into a flower. What are you trying to develop? A project? A change in yourself? Is there something new you're learning, trying to do? Are you trying to adjust to a major change in your life? Is there an old habit you're struggling to let go of? A love relationship or friendship you're hoping to begin or attempting to end? Each stage of the process of growth and change is important. From those first moments when we see the idea or the change begin, to those long moments of nurturing and nourishing the idea. I like that. Nurture and nourish the idea. Ooh, that feels good. Each stage counts. Is there a change in your life that's begun? One that you've started to notice? Are you thinking about it a lot, talking about it a lot, but not quite ready to take action? That stage is important too. You're nurturing and nourishing the seeds of change. It takes time for nature to change things into what they're becoming. It takes time for things to develop. Be patient with yourself and life. Trust the process of growth. I love this and all of this. Truly, truly, truly. Yeah, I had to do a little bit of pre-work for the class I'm taking. That light year, I think it's light year leadership class, is a legacy. And there are inherited legacies that we bring with us, and then there are legacies that we kind of like want to adopt. But a legacy is not. I thought, growing up, that legacies were things that you left behind when you kicked the bucket and you popped your clogs and went on to the next world. But no, legacies are what you create and develop while you're here. And I like that. I like the fact that I think I'm a soul that has a spirit that's in the middle of a human experience, but I haven't always felt that way. That was another learning curve. So let's get on with our meditation on intuition. And I typically like to start, and it won't be for long, I typically like to start with the grounding process. Gravity is just a scientific thing. It pulls us to the ground. What I feel with meditation is it's truly, truly, truly important to pull yourself out of those thoughts that sort of live up in this part of your body and bring it down into your lower extremities. And some of you might have noticed that your shoulders, your area of your mid-back, your neck, all up in here, will think about from your upper back and your chest is tight, like you want to go do this. So everybody with me, really reach your arms up over your head and pull your shoulders around and about, and you want to move forward and back and over to the side, this way and that way, and then as if you're going to reach something on the top shelf that you don't see right now, pull up and then pull right out to the sides. get a sense of where your upper arm bones are stretching away from the shoulder socket, and then gently, just gently, stretch your fingers apart. Pull your arms behind you so that your deltoids and scapula and all those muscles in your upper back just get a really good stretch. And then just simply bring your hands down. You should feel like the blood flow and tingling in those areas of your body. And then you can bring your fingers to touch like this, or just bring your fingers, your arms to the arm of your chair. If you're sitting cross-legged, just lay your hands so that your palms are facing your heart or facing up. And then just close your eyes. I have no idea why I take my glasses off. I don't like having things stuck on my face when I meditate. Close your eyes, take a big breath in, clear the space on the inside. Blast out, let go of anything that gets in your way. Do it again. One more time. Breath brings your environment from the space that you're in, from the outside into your physical body. And when you fill up with breath, you create a space, room for something new, something different. Every inhale breath is new possibility, new opportunity, new everything, brand new. Every exhale is a release, let go. Doesn't serve you. If it's not serving your highest good, exhale it out. Find a rhythm for your breath. You can find, I count with 4 in, 4 out. You can do 6, 8, whatever. That's a rhythm that you have. It can be long inhales, long exhale. You have a brilliant body that doesn't belong to anybody else. It's yours. It was given to you, like this gift, this biological gift. With your eyes closed, you're essentially looking at the world through the middle of your forehead, known as the third eye center, and perhaps for those spiritual ones, the fifth chakra. And with our eyes closed, we see something completely different to what anyone else sees. Some folks see color, some folks see shapes. This is your chance to see what you see and be with what you are with. And take your consciousness, your eyes are closed, looking out through the middle of your forehead. Take your consciousness, your mind, to the soles of your feet, or whatever you know is connecting to the floor or the ground, your lowest point of gravity. And press the mound of your left toe down and get a sense of what that feels like. Being present to the mound of your left toe pressing into the floor and grounding you. And do the same with the right side. And if it's, if you're sitting cross-legged, find a part of your body that is connecting with the floor, the carpet, the wood, the stone, whatever it is, and be with the experience of that. What does that feel like? What's the quality, quantity, the color? Are you accessing muscles and bones and tissues that you really hadn't paid attention to before? And whatever you did on the left side, move to the other side, or if you started on the right, move to the left. Just not comparing, just observing. Breathe in. Breathe out. This is an opportunity for you to intuitively use your intuition to make a decision about what you're feeling, the sensations that you're having. And the key is to come unhitched, unconnected emotionally from it, not making it mean anything or just being what it is. Move on up into your knees and hips where there's a major joint. And take your consciousness around your knee joint or hip joint and let it be your experience. If you feel and know, your intuition will tell you that something's not quite right. It feels stiff, tight, aches. When you breathe in, send some light there. Send some light into it as if you're going to release whatever's trapped there. The breath in is ease. The breath out is release. Move on up into your belly, the area right around where all of your organs, your internal organs are, your intestinal organs is what I meant to say. Liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen. Just take a little breathe in and send that loving, kind energy to those places. And focus your mind on your ribs and your chest. Have a little root around in there and think about how your heart's beating and sending blood down the left side, all the way around your body and then back in through the right side. Move up into your upper chest, upper back, your shoulders and down one arm. Intuitively, you'll know whether it's left or right. Let that be your own journey. Be quiet with the thumb. Get quiet with the index finger. Move around quietly, peacefully. To the ring finger and the pinky finger of one side, one hand. Make your adjustments with your breath. Send it into anywhere that's tight, stiff, or hurting. Message from that part of your body to your brain, and your brain to you consciously, intuitively says, this part of the body wants some help. Move to the other arm and the other hand and just take your mind from your shoulder socket, the starting point, through your elbow joint into your fingers. Start with your thumb, work around to your pinky finger. Just gently seeing yourself, observing yourself. Be with what's interesting in this discovery. Be with what's new and different that you hadn't noticed before. Come up into your neck area, your throat area. Move up to the left side or the right side of your face, starting with your jaw on that side. Lower lip and upper lip on the side. Take your mind and scan that side of your face to the middle, the top, the crown of your head. What is the sensation on that side of your face? Move to the other side. Start with your chin and your jaw. Lower lip, upper lip. Your eye socket. Your ear canal, the side of your head on that side. All the way to the middle. And with your eyes still closed and your breath on, feel the energy that's going straight down from the very top of your head, down your spine, into your tailbone. Follow the energy down the bones of both legs simultaneously, through the center of both heels, grounding you and anchoring you to the core of the earth. Breathe into the energy that you have running through the middle of your body. Just intuitively witness yourself. Simple. You have consciously been in this body your entire life. Be open and experience what's interesting, what's new, what's different. As thoughts come, and they will, we're pre-wired to have thinking going on. Apply the same principle. See the thought, acknowledge it, and come back to your observation of yourself. Your hands and your feet and your belly are good anchoring points to focus on. You can choose to continue breathing and scanning your body and just being with you, finding new interest. If you feel complete and you're done and like, okay, this was good, your hands to the center of your chest in prayer as a mark of honoring yourself for doing the work. And then lift your thumb knuckles up between your eyebrows just to honor everyone else on the planet that supports your highest good and you support their highest good. And together, just simply bow forward and say namaste. That always feels good to energetically, relax and go into meditation. Best thing you can do, especially if you find yourself crawling up in the thoughts, the thinking, the need to know, the observation. Listen, I'll be back here again Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. If you'd like information about the other meditations I do, 5:30 in the morning, they're just 15 minutes. If that's too early, you can catch the replay on the YouTube or in here. It's okay, either way. But I got things to do, people to see, dogs to feed, and you got a life to live. I thank you so much for tuning in. If you would please like, subscribe, and share, I would greatly appreciate it. Have a great Sunday afternoon. Be well, be healthy. Let's see, what else I got to say? Wash your hands, drink responsibly, and wear a mask. Bye.